My mom made us pretend to be conjoined twins. It all started when we were 6, and my mom saw conjoined twins on the news. She looked at my identical twin Anna and I and said, "If you two had just been born all twisted up, I could have been rich." Then her eyes lit up. That was the beginning of the end. 3 days later, Mom called us into her sewing room. She held up these matching pink outfits she'd sewn together at the sides. "Put these on," she said. Anna and I squeezed into them and could barely walk without tripping. Mom clapped her hands together. "Perfect. Now walk to the door and back." We stumbled across the room while she filmed on her phone. Anna rolled her eyes at me when we fell for the 3rd time. We both wanted to rip the stupid outfit off, but Mom's face had that look that meant we'd better not argue. She made us wear those connected clothes every day, but that wasn't enough. Soon, Mom started gluing patches of our skin together at the hip and ribs every morning before breakfast. "Hold still," she'd say, while pressing our skin together until it bonded. "You need to look authentic." The glue burned and pulled whenever we moved wrong. Anna would pick at the edges when Mom wasn't looking. She hated it as much as I did. The worst part was showering. Mom made us wear swimsuits and shower together to maintain the illusion, even though the water made the glue sting like crazy. Mom coached us for hours on our backstory. We supposedly shared a liver and some intestines. Doctors said we'd die if separated. She made us practice crying about our condition in the mirror. "More tears," she'd demand. "Think about never being able to be apart. Think about dying." Anna was terrible at fake crying at first. Mom would scream at her to try harder. Eventually she got the hang of it, but she'd always make faces at me in the mirror when Mom turned away. She'd cross her eyes or stick out her tongue, and I'd have to bite my cheek to keep from laughing. Our first gig was at this medical oddities convention in a hotel ballroom. Mom charged $50 for photos. People would come up and touch where we were connected and ask if it hurt. One creepy guy asked if we had to consummate relationships together when we got older. Anna would say our practiced lines in this dead monotone voice that made Mom pinch her arm between photos. "Smile more," Mom hissed. "You're ruining everything." Anna plastered on the fakest smile I'd ever seen. We both counted down the minutes until we could go home. The money was insane. Mom booked us on morning shows and medical documentaries. We had to sit there while hosts asked invasive questions about using the bathroom and dating. Mom would dab her eyes and talk about her brave special girls. During one interview, Anna grabbed my hand when they asked about our future. Probably just staying in character, but her palm was sweaty like she was actually nervous about something. The host kept pushing about whether we'd want family someday, and Anna's grip got tighter and tighter until I thought she might break my fingers. At night, we'd lie in our separate beds and complain about how much our skin hurt from the glue. Anna had this whole routine of putting aloe vera on the red marks. "I'm gonna have scars forever," she'd say. We'd fantasize about running away once we turned 18. I told her my plan one night. "I'll go to New York and you go to LA, as far apart as possible." Anna just hummed and changed the subject to something else. We lasted 8 months before it all went to hell. We were at this charity gala for children with rare medical conditions. A real pediatric surgeon came up for a photo. He stared at where we were connected and frowned. "Interesting," he said. "Your connection point seems to have migrated since your appearance on Channel 7. Mom tried to hustle us away, but he followed. Called security. Made a huge scene about medical fraud and stolen donations. The whole ballroom was staring and whispering and taking photos of us being exposed as frauds. Mom drove home doing 90 on the freeway. Anna stared out the window, not saying anything. Mom locked us in our room when we got home. We could hear her on the phone all night, first screaming at someone, then switching to this sweet, begging voice. "We're so screwed," I said. Anna just sat on her bed picking at her nails. "Maybe it's finally over," I said hopefully. Anna didn't answer, which was weird, but I figured she was just scared of what Mom would do to us. The next morning, Mom sat us down on our bed. We were still glued from yesterday, and my skin was raw and bleeding where I'd tried to pick at it.